Like when Sasha died, bro.
That hit you where it hurts because it was so random. Like it was so random. Like
bro, she shot her. I said not Sasha.
It could have been Connie. It could be anybody else. Huh?
I said not the foodaholic.
Yeah, I didn't. The thing is. Welcome back to another episode of Weeboo Slice. So, before we get into anything, make
You
sure
ninja watchers out there,
go ahead and subscribe to the channel because this is going to be a really, really good episode this one, especially for this one. So
your boy was out here surfing the net on Reddit, and what'd you come across?
So, we talking about today is the most saddest death that happened in Attack on Titan throughout the series, right? And it's a lot of death that happened in this particular series. Even in the first episode, people are dying.
Yeah.
And we just talking about the saddest moments in a particular series for each character, or a couple of characters that you guys mentioned that hit you in the heart a little bit. So we're gonna discuss a couple of those, and you guys let us know what you think. Or do you agree or disagree? Because we have a few of ours that we personally think that was kind of fucked up overall.
Yeah. So pretty much what we're gonna do, we're just gonna read some of the comments that we came across and what we think about them. So let's get started. So first, this commenter said, Faye. She was the child, and her brother's natural curiosity of the world got her killed. That's effed up. Way to even go before we include that she was fed alive to dogs.
So we was talking about this off camera, right? And we had to refresh our memory because, we mentioned in the past, we watched a lot of shows. But me personally, Attack on Titan is my personal favorite, one of my personal favorite animes of all time, right? So I watched it about 3 to 4 times from beginning to end. And Faye is basically Aaron's auntie that he never met. Right, so this one, Aaron's dad, Grisha, was a kid, and they was in this type of zone, like how the Nazis had the other people, like in the camp, and they have badges on their arms, and they only can go into a restricted area. They can't go too far. So this is basically the same thing in Attack on Titan. This one, Grisha was a kid, and him and his sister they saw some airplanes, they saw some aircrafts, and it piqued their curiosity, like that person said in the comment, and they decided to go to this particular area, and the sister,
knowing they shouldn't have been there,
and the sister went a little bit too far, and it was I don't know who idea it was originally, but I know Grisha had a lot of guilt from it throughout his whole life for his sister dying. And what they did was the officers, they supposed to not kill him, they supposed to actually discipline him to a degree and put him in some type of camp or beat him. But what they did was
they're supposed to go in the pokey, to go in the hole or something.
Yeah, something like that, some type of discipline. They shouldn't die, but they should get some type of discipline. But these officers really didn't care about these people at all, right? They were just some type of entertainment for them. So what they did was they took the girl, and the dogs ate her alive for their entertainment. The officers literally
they like placing bets on it or something like that?
I don't think it was placing bets. It was they was laughing while the girl.
I remember that though. They were laughing.
They was laughing while his sister was getting eaten alive. So he could never live that down, right? So me personally, right? It's certain characters that I'm like, damn, that's fucked up. They died, and the way they died, right? Now, for me personally, this didn't hit me right here. Just this character didn't. I didn't get too much invested into this particular character, so I didn't have that type of attachment to her when she actually died. You know what I'm saying?
So let me give you another one. So we got another commenter here that said, see Aaron for a less composed individual who is labeled for a terrorist for watching his mother get eaten by a Titan.
Now, first of all, we're going to stop that right there. We're going to stop that right there because over here, we are Jaegers to the wheels fall off.
A terrorist is crazy.
We are Jaegers to the wheels fall off because, let's be honest, right? In the Island Paradise, if you haven't seen the show, the Island Paradise is what all the main characters live at, right? They live behind these walls. The king took them behind this wall because they didn't want people to bother them. They just isolated themselves, and everybody in these walls had their memory wiped and thought no civilization was out in the world, right? So they thought they was the only people left. And these people came to their front door, bust open their front door, and I'm just minding my business, eating my food, and I see my mom get eaten. You think I won't be pissed off too? Yes, I want revenge. Absolutely.
You said, I want revenge. I want the whole 9 yards. Bring it on. Vengeance shall be mine. Call me Batman.
So it's very fortunate there was a lot of casualties throughout the series. Yes, that's what happened when war happens. Casualties happen all the time, and that's very unfortunate. But Aaron, based on his Italian ability, he can foreshadow and predict what's going to happen on multiple different occasions. So he thought committing genocide to a degree was kind of the best option. I'm not saying I agree with him, but I can't be mad at him for doing that. I just can't.
So the next one says, the boy whose head was crushed by a rock before Ramsey's death.
So I'm trying to refresh my memory a little bit because, like I said, this is more.
This is like six. Most of this stuff is like a while ago, like earlier in the season.
Series, yeah.
Early in the season.
But if my memory serves me correct, I think this was happening when Eren was doing the rumbling throughout the whole world, and I just mentioned this in war. There are casualties.
Yes, because they also said that Ramsey died as well, and the rumbling too.
Yeah, it's a lot of casualties when it comes to war.
But the rumbling was sad in itself because a lot of people got turned into Titans and then just ended up perishing like that, although they was just on the other side of it. And I thought that was just sad in itself. Like, I thought that was probably one of the saddest things. Or when Sasha died, bro.
That hit you where it hurts because it was so random. Like, it was so random. Like,
bro, she shot her. I said, not Sasha.
It could have been Connie. It could be anybody else, huh?
I said, not the foodaholic.
Yeah, I didn't. The thing is, I kind of spoiled a lot of stuff for myself because I jumped down the rabbit hole, especially with shows that really intrigued me. I was like, okay, you know what? I don't want to wait anymore. I'm about to jump down this rabbit hole and read the manga. And I kind of knew what was going to happen, but it's kind of different when you see it happen in real time in anime form. Like, golly. But that, like I mentioned, I think it just worked. Just a casualty award. That's all I can say for that particular character.
Yeah. So we got another one. Kaya's mom being slowly eaten alive while watching your daughter frightened to death sounds horrible.
Now, that's put our perspective inside of a little girl, right? Just transmission your mindset to being a
instant transmission
to being a girl, right? Or just a child for that matter. You don't have to be a girl, just a child, a boy, right? And we know how, especially in our community, we love our mom, right?
Of course.
So can you imagine seeing your mom get eaten alive and you so paralyzed by fear that you can't do anything?
She was just like her eyes were dead.
Yeah,
like dead on the inside. Like have you ever seen someone like that? Like just like a lot of anime, you'll see them with the dead eyes. Like they're there, but they're really not there. They're somewhere inside their mind.
So what I was thinking was like most of us would be like, no, I gotta fight, I gotta do something. So she has so much fear consumed by her that she like the Titan was eating her mom, and it's just looking like, hey, you gonna be next. So go ahead and waste your turn. I'm gonna enjoy my meal right here, and then when I'm done with her, you next. So just sit right there and try to enjoy the little couple of seconds of life you have left.
But luckily, Sasha came and saved the day with that axe. She said, I got you.
So right after that, Sasha saw the mom was like on her very last leg. She was going to die anyway. So she snatched up the little girl, hopped on a horse, and took off. And the little girl fell in love with Sasha, and the rest is history, right? But I won't say it was a very heartfelt die. But I would say
I don't think it's tragic. Do I think that it was the most tragic thing that happened? Probably not. It's probably more insignificant, to be honest. But this person thought, like, the fact that someone thought that just shows how much they're into the show themselves.
Yeah, that's why I think if you can relate to that particular character, it would suck. It would suck a lot.
Exactly.
But before we close this out, I want to just talk about one particular death.
Well, hold on. We got two more. We got two more.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, this same person also said the original Ymir dying, saving the post king after being taken advantage of, and then forced to feed them to her daughters.
So that's
wild.
So do you recall this particular scenario?
Oh yeah, I recall like the Ymir pretty much like was used and abused.
So
and to the point where she actually fell in love with the king. Like she was used and abused to the point where she actually started to believe.
So that's what I was thinking too. I was like, let me refresh your memory. I'm gonna see where you at if I say anything. But before you even listen, I'm gonna say this. Spoiler alert: if you got to this far in the video, we talking about the whole series. So if you have not seen
Attack on Titan, it is your fault. It has been it's done over with finito.
Yeah, so you've been warned. But back to the question, right? And so, yes, her falling in love with him is very psychotic in my opinion, because she was abused by him for. And so, I mean, first of all, she was a slave at first, right? And
Yes.
right before she was about to die, she ran into a tree, and the tree is like it was like a parasite that got attached to her, and that's what the power of Ymir actually found it at, right? That's all the powers that branched down from the Titans from her. And he found out this. He's like, okay, I'm about to leverage this to the best of my ability. And she had daughters by him, right? I think that was his kids. Yeah, I'm pretty positive that was his kids, right? And one of them, I don't know how they died. Oh, no, matter of fact, how she died. But I guess she somehow, I don't know how she died. She protected the king because somebody was trying to kill the king, and she jumped in the way and got killed. And while she was dying, the king wanted to preserve the Titan ability, so he told his daughters to eat the girls, and that's why you got all three named Walls, Maria, Rose, named out of the kids, because they were the three original children who actually had the founding powers, well, the Titan powers besides the mom. And that's what happened. I had to refresh my memory, but that's exactly what happened. But that is brutal. You had to eat your own mom guts and stuff. That is crazy.
Yeah, to come to terms with something like that, I don't know if I could do it.
I think I'm like, you gotta take me out. I'm not doing it. I don't give it. You can beat me. I'm not eating my own parents' remains. That is not happening. That is not happening.
So this last one is Mike was tough, facing the Beast Titan, hearing him speak and still having the will to fight, then being slowly dismembered by Titans and eating. He was the best after Levi. Probably the subsequent fights would have gone differently with him.
I agree with this commenter.
Ooh,
I agree.
He said that if that man was still there,
listen,
they'd be throwing even more hands.
I'm thinking about two main things that happened, right? That happened afterwards. The fight that happened with the Beast, where Arwen told everybody to head forward, and they had to Levi put them paws on that on the Beast Titan.
He put the paws on him.
He put them paws on. It was no contest. The Beast like, oh, you think you about to challenge me? And Levi put him down quick. But back to the question, right? When I first saw it, because at this time, right, we didn't know who Zeke was. We didn't know who the Beast Titan was. At this time, we didn't know most humans can beat actually Titans. We thought everyone
didn't know, like you were saying off the camera, that they didn't know that the Beast Titan had intelligence until pretty much when he asked, "Hey, what's this?"
Yep. So what happened was he thought he was just an abnormal. He was a fat Titan he was not normal. That's what they call abnormal Titans, right? So he like, okay, because the dude, he had a very strong smell, so he can smell enemies and stuff like that way miles away, so he can smell Titans before they even get on you. And that's a very, very strong ability to have, right? So he was able to knock out a lot of enemies that way. And he basically told a lot of cadets to leave. He handled all the remaining Titans, which he was putting them paws on them now. And he was like, okay, I did enough damage. Let me go ahead and head back. Let me go ahead and call my horse. Call his horse. He just see this big old Beast Titan just walking, minding his own business. And some reason, as soon as he calls his horse back, he pick up the horse and crush it. He's like, hold on, what the hell is going on?
Crush the horse, throw it like a baseball at 500 miles an hour, like legit, like it was super fast.
And he couldn't react, so he knocked him off the roof of a building, right? And then the most ugliest Titan, small midget Titan, bite him on his legs, right? And
he has some big, well, what they say in Bad Boys 2? Man, fish, you got some big eyes.
So he grabbed him, he bite him, right? And Zeke's like, hey, stop. I need to ask him some questions real fast. So the Titan didn't listen. He said, okay, well, I just tell you, fam. Let him go. So the Titan obviously was damaged, so he couldn't do anything at that moment. So he was asking, they had a little dialogue back and forth. To make a long story short, Zeke was trying to see what the ODM was, and he didn't want to.
He was too distraught, pretty much, just like Kay, too distraught to talk. But then he ended up getting that memory, like, man, we give up when we stop fighting. So he decided he want to continue to fight,
and he's like, hey, y'all can go ahead and move. And he was like, oh, that's when the shit got real.
Yeah, because he told the Titans go ahead and move. Next thing you know, all the Titans just start like the comment said, dismembering the body. And you just like, that's messed up.
Yeah, it was messed up. And this character, he was around a decent amount throughout the first season or two. And you kind of, got attached to him a little bit. And that's why I can see why it kind of made people feel some type of way.
Yeah. But let us know down in the comments, was there any type of saddest moments that we might have missed or that you want to let us know? Definitely put them down in the comments down below. You got anything else?
I do have one that hit me personally, but that's not for me to tell. I'm gonna leave it there. If you guys like this video and you want a part 2 or so, I'll add our personal ones that hit us in a future video or so. But that's all I have to add.
Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel.
And as always, we are Weeboo Slice, and we are out.